Hi, everybody. Welcome. Thanks for joining me tonight. Who is ready to hear the 5 steps that I use with every person for successful weight loss? Who wants to know these 5 secrets? They're really not secrets. I've talked about them in the past. I've talked about pieces of them, but tonight I'm putting it together for you because I want you to know how easy it is, how when you're strategic and you're ready to lose some weight, I want to give you the steps, what you need to do. So listen to the video tonight. Please make sure that you share the video with other people who need to hear it, but you can also go to adiscoveryhealthlifestyle.com. That's my lifestyle blog, and I'll have it written up for you there too. Okay, so if you didn't catch part of it, or only caught part of the video, or didn't hear all 5 things, it's going to be written out for you, but you have to visit my website. So I have 2 websites, drkellyfelmer.com. That's where you can schedule appointments. That's where you can read more about me. I've got a few videos out there and a few products out there. But what I'm talking about tonight, the 5 steps for weight loss, you're going to find that written up on discoveryhealthlifestyle.com. So I hope to see you there. Don't forget to like and don't forget to share. So as we're talking about weight loss tonight, please ask your questions. Tell me your barriers. Tell me where you're stuck. I have got so many success stories that it's crazy that everyone doesn't just do this on their own. You can do it. I'm here to guide you. I'm here to get you some testing done as well to help you be successful. But for the most part, you've got to do this work, and I'm going to lay it out for you of what you need to do. So the first thing, number 1, you have to change your relationship with food. Now, that might sound funny to some of you, but it is so amazing. It is so literal how much in love with food you are. And the first thing we need to do is change that. Oh, poor Tatum. Tatum's got it all around in her belly. Well, Tatum, we got to work on this. So first thing for somebody to be successful is to change your relationship. It's not just changing your attitude, but I mean, you have gotten so emotionally tied to your food. Food helps you when you're sad. Food helps you when you're happy. Every social engagement is around food. And why do we do that? I don't know why we do that, but if you can start to change that relationship and break the dependence that you have on food, it makes willpower something that you think about and go, really? I had a problem with that in the past. I mean, I remember specifically this woman I used to work with, actually, and then she and I were working together to help improve her health, and she literally leaned across my desk and said, "What? You want me to not eat bread? I love bread. I can't give up bread." Okay. Well, if she stuck with that attitude, do you think she ever would have lost weight? No, definitely not. But again, the 5 things that we're going to talk about tonight, do you think she stayed in love with bread? She didn't. It was amazing. The next thing that we did for her was get her food allergies tested. And so food allergies are amazing. They document for you the foods that make you inflamed, the foods that give you a headache, the foods that give you a rash, the foods that give you a bellyache, the foods that, make you hurt all over, the foods that zap your energy. Getting your foods tested is the number 1 thing when you want to lose weight. It is going to give you a piece of paper that defines, oh my gosh, I can't have carrots. Oh my gosh, no more asparagus. No more broccoli. Ooh, I can't have milk. Okay. Oh, I can't have wheat. I can't have yeast. I can't have, turmeric, spices, basil. Who knows what's going to come up on your list? I do not know what's going to be on your food allergy list. You know why? Because it's your list. It's specific to you. And different people have very different results. But what it does then is say, oh my gosh, it's not that, well, I don't want to eat that food, but, I really like that food, and so I'm just going to eat it anyway. And that's how strong your willpower is. But now you go, oh my God, no, 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 I can't have that. No, does that have milk in it? No, I can't have that. And this piece of paper tells me I cannot have it. So it gives you new strength. And it's amazing that works for so many people that they go, wow, okay, I could never resist having that before. But now that I know my body reacts to it, it gives them new power, and they no longer have to use their willpower to not eat those chocolate chip cookies. Nope, that chocolate chip cookie has wheat in it. Nope, can't have it. Okay. All right. So does that make sense? The getting your foods checked is a superior way to help break that emotional tie to the foods that you're eating. So Natasha, I'm sorry to hear you were allergic to chocolate and pineapple, but you were upset about it. So your body's reacting to it. Guess you got to change it. So first thing that we have to do is change our emotional tie, change your relationship with the food. I use a company called Alitas. So if you're interested in having that done, you can go to discoveryhealthlifestyle.com. You can look at the food testing course there. It tells you all about the food testing course and how to get tested. So it changes the dynamics, people. It's, again, I know you do all these different programs. I know you go do Weight Watchers. I know you go do um, Nutrisystem was something somebody else recently was doing. I know you go out and you do all these to help you lose weight, but these 5 steps are going to teach you what you need to do and how to take better care of yourself. It's going to get you in the long run to lose the weight and keep it off because you know how to eat, not just eating somebody else's products out of a box. Okay, so that's step number 2, clean eating. Step number 1, change the relationship. Food allergy testing will help you to do that. Step number 2 is clean eating. What do I mean by that? I mean, eat real food. Stop going through fast food. Stop eating so much processed food, fried foods, so much alcohol, and so much sugar. You can start cutting those things out. If you found you're allergic to them, great. You'll be able to cut them out a lot faster instead of depending on yourself to weed them out. But those types of things are not really food. They're horrible for you. I want you eating real food. And that means actual vegetables and fruit and meat and eggs if you're not allergic to them. Okay? So, and grains we can talk about at another time. The less you do of grains, the better. But you can have meat. I want you to have grass-fed beef. I want you to have organic pork. I want you to have free-range chickens. And I want you to eat all of the vegetables out of your garden as long as you're not allergic to them. And I want you to eat the fruits too. Those are real foods. Those are whole foods, and those are clean foods. Okay? I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't make sense to anybody, you let me know. But when you go to the grocery store, typically the way the grocery store is set up is that around the outside, around the periphery, are all the real foods. That's where you find all of the produce, right? You find your meat section, you find your dairy and eggs as well. And then all of the columns throughout the whole inner part of the grocery store is full of boxes. Boxes and boxes and boxes and boxes of processed foods. You're welcome, Miranda. Miranda says she eliminated all 28 foods that were on her food allergy list and she hasn't looked back. Fantastic job. It's so, so helpful. So you've got to start cutting out all of those foods in a box. Stop buying foods in a box. Make your foods. Okay, I know this seems hard. It seems like a foreign concept, but your grandparents did it, right? Maybe you were never taught how to cook. I wasn't taught how to cook, but I do my best. I look up a lot of recipes and then I just wing it. You've got to start making your own food and eating real food. So apples and bananas are always on my counter at home, so the kids can always get that instead of going to a bag of chips or a box of snacks or things like that. Make real food easy to access. Any of your vegetables, any of your fruits, all of those are fantastic. If it doesn't come in a box, it's a real food. It's a whole food. So try to work on that. Step 1, break the relationship with your food. Stop that emotional tie. Get your food testing done because it's going to help you tremendously. 2, eat real food. Whole foods is always the priority over something out of a box, something that's processed, okay? Step 3, now step 1 and 2, a lot of you can do. I told you where the food course is. You can get yourself tested. You don't even have to have a consult with me. I give you all of the information that you need to know about what to do about your foods and how to eat clean and how to start cooking and all the things. Everything you need. Steps 1 and step 2. Now let's say you do that and you lose weight. Fantastic. Good job. Way to go. But then you stop. Maybe you only lost 5 pounds. Maybe you lost 10 pounds or 15 pounds, but you actually need to lose 50, so you've got a lot more to go. What next? This is also where I meet a lot of you, where you say, I've done this diet and I've done that diet and I've done everything and I can't lose weight. It has to be my thyroid. You know what? Maybe it is. Maybe some of you are already diagnosed with a thyroid problem and you blame your thyroid for your weight. I want you to stop doing that because it's not your thyroid's fault. Most of the problem for where your weight is at today is related to how you eat and your bad habits. We have to change those. But your thyroid, your adrenal gland, as well as your hormones are 3 potential things that stop you from losing weight. So if you haven't had your thyroid tested or your adrenal gland or your hormones, you probably should. I find often that the reason you can't lose weight or the reason you gained weight is because 1, we need to optimize your thyroid. We can get it working better. We can optimize your medication, optimize your iodine, optimize your digestion so you get more out of your medication. Your adrenal gland, we've talked about this a lot in the past, is your stress organ. If you're super stressed out about work, about home, about family, about I don't know what it is, about anything, if you're super stressed out, you're not going to lose weight. You've got to change your stress. You've got to mitigate that stress. You've got to interpret those stressors differently. Okay, so adrenal support is super helpful and needed, which also then helps your thyroid. So your thyroid can be more optimal. Okay, so you have to work on those stressors. We have to get cortisol under control. So when you've been stressed out for a really long time, your cortisol is either really super high, making you fat, or your cortisol is so bottomed out, it's so low it can't handle it anymore, and that makes you fat. Okay, makes you tired, you've got no energy, you don't feel like doing anything. Your stress response is super important if you want to lose weight. And then the third thing in this category, because you may have all 3 going on, you may have 1 or 2, and it's going to take a doctor, a functional medicine doctor like myself, to help you figure this piece out. If you've done all the right things, you're eating all the right food, you've even gotten tested with your foods, and you're avoiding your food allergies and you still can't lose weight, it's your thyroid, your adrenals, or your hormones, or all 3 of them. I'm going to be talking with a woman next week who's been feeling crazy. She's like, my family hates me. She's like, I nag at them. I'm a little OCD. I can't stop telling everybody to start, to be picking up. She's like, I'm yelling at everybody all the time, constantly, all day long. She's like, I can't even stand myself anymore. And I'm fat and I don't want to be fat anymore. And I just keep gaining weight and I'm yelling at everybody all the time. Literally. Exactly what she's going through and what she's telling me about. Poor thing. We tested her hormones. Guess what? Super high estrogen, absolutely no progesterone. out of whack. Her hormones are completely out of balance and she's in her 30s. Okay? No wonder she's gained weight. And given how I just said her little scenario is she's a little bit crazy, her cortisol through the roof. Cortisol is a steroid. Do people get big or small when they take steroids? They get big. It's a builder. It's an anabolic hormone. So when her cortisol is through the roof, she's gaining weight and she's gaining more weight and she's getting more crazy because she's got all this steroid and and her hormones are way out of balance and she just can't sleep. She has no energy. She can't stand herself and she can't stand anybody around her. Her hormones are way out of whack. She needs adrenal support. We need to get those balanced. Her thyroid's not a problem, but we have to get that supported and balanced before she will lose weight. So this step 3 is a hard one, only because it's not hard to test it. It's not hard to figure it out. And it's not hard when you work with a functional medicine provider to get you balanced. It's hard to wait. That's the only thing. I get messages all the time like, when's the weight loss going to start? When's the weight loss going to start? I'm doing this and I'm doing this. I'm like, you know what? You got to be a little bit patient because your body's been in a crisis. Your hormones were all over the place, completely wiped out or sky high through the roof, whatever it might have been. We've got to get that balanced first, and it doesn't happen overnight. It took you 20 years, 30 years, or 40 years to get it so cray-cray. So we've got to get it balanced, and then the weight loss is going to come. Okay? I hope that makes sense because that's the most frustrating part for most of you, that you don't want to wait. You're like, but weight loss, I want to lose weight. I need to lose weight. That's what's stressing me out. Stop stressing out. Take one step at a time. Start eating well. Avoid your foods. You're going to start feeling better about yourself because you're going to improve. Your energy is going to improve, and then the weight's going to start to come. So right behind that, once we get you supported, the adrenals, the thyroid, the hormones, now I can get you through a detox. Well, what's a detox? Well, the detox step, which is step number 4, hi Missy, for weight loss, is getting rid of toxins. It's getting rid of that old baggage, all that stuff, all of that inflammation, all of that extra fat that your body insisted on keeping around because it didn't feel safe. And all of those toxins, all of the pesticides, all of the air pollution, all of the toxins in our clothes, all of the plastic. We help your liver and your lungs and your kidneys and your skin to get rid of all of those toxins. Purging your system from all of that crap feels great, and it gets rid of the weight. It gets the weight moving because we've supported your body in the beginning. We gave it good food. We stopped irritating it with the food allergens. And then we balanced the hormones and supported the adrenals. And now we're getting rid of all of the bad crap. Your body loves this. And the weight starts to melt off. And it feels fantastic. That's step number 4. So once you get through all of that, so many people have achieved their weight loss goal already. But if you have more than 5 or 10 or 20 pounds to lose, maybe you've got 50, maybe you've got 100 pounds. Those 4 steps aren't going to drop 100 pounds like that. But you know what they are going to do? They're going to teach you a healthy living, healthy eating lifestyle. And if you keep eating clean and avoiding your foods, another pound's going to come off. And then another pound's going to come off. And you're not even trying anymore. You're just eating good because you feel good when you eat this way. And that feels so good. So my whole goal is to teach you what you need to do, how to eat, how to respond to your body. And let me tell you, I've got a woman who was making me pull out my hair. And I don't usually talk that way about people, but she was so frustrated and she was having such a difficult time, and she kept complaining and complaining and complaining and complaining, and she was doing it, but she was mad about it and she didn't want to do it, and she only lost a couple pounds, and this is hard, and I want to go out and eat with my friends, but and it was just nonstop complaining until literally I had to say, look, do you want to have energy? Yes or no? Yes, she said. Okay. Do you want to sleep good at night? Yes or no? Yes, she said. Okay. Do you want to be pain-free? Yes, again. And how about, do you want to lose weight? Yes. So she said yes to me on all four of those questions. And that's why she started working with me in the beginning, yet she didn't want to change her bad habits. Will she ever achieve weight loss if she doesn't change her bad habits? No, she won't. So I had to push her, and I had to push back against all of her complaining and say, hey, you've got to do this differently. Trust me. Just do it. Do what I said. Eat clean. Avoid your foods. Let's get you through this detox. And guess what happened? She complained and she complained. And then we bucked heads and she did it. And she feels amazing. And she's lost 11 pounds. She's got more energy than she knows what to do with, and she doesn't have any pain. So I posted this week, that quote of the week was her, the woman that I'm talking about right now, where she's like, you know what? I don't even think I had fibromyalgia. She suffered with fibromyalgia pain for years. She could barely work. She could barely get through work because she was so stressed. She's so overweight. She feels so awful and no energy. Yet when I finally got her to stop insisting on keeping her old habits of eating crap food and drinking alcohol, when she finally just stopped really doing that, her whole world changed. She laughed. She's like, I know, a total 360, right? I don't think I had fibromyalgia at all. I said, no, what do you think you had? She said, I think I just had a case of you eat like crap. I said, you know what? You're absolutely right. I agree with you 100%. And I'm so proud of you for pushing through, for finally doing it. So guys, this is not easy as eating cake. You just have to want to, and you have to push through. But if you do it, your world is going to change. And she's the best example of it because I've never had someone more resistant to doing it and keeping all of her bad habits. And it wasn't until she let go that literally she said, I don't have any pain anymore. I've got more energy than I know what to do with. She's not sleeping perfect. You know why? She's like, I'm excited. She's like, I keep planning all these things I'm going to do the next day. And I am so excited and so happy that I'm going to do all of them because she's actually getting them done. She has tons of energy and she's losing weight, but she's at step 5 now. Step 5, what is it? Well, right now, I want her to plateau. She's doing fantastic. She's learned from the experience. She knows how to eat. She's lost 11 pounds already. Now I want her to keep it. She could lose a pound or two, but I don't want her to gain it. Okay, she's through her detox. I want her to maintain her healthy eating style so that she can keep feeling great, lots of energy, and she doesn't gain any weight. Then we're going to start challenging her body. She knows how to eat well. Okay, she's going to lose it really slow now. We're going to challenge her intermittently. Things like we're going to do some intermittent fasting. Oh my gosh, what's that? Don't worry, it's not scary. It only sounds scary because of the word fasting. We're going to do some of that, and we're going to do some juice fasts. We've talked about that in the past too, where you're just drinking some vegetable juice, not fruit juice, not orange juice and grape juice and lemon juice. No, vegetable juice. So we're gonna start to do some of those intermittent things where she's gonna drop another 5 pounds in 5 days, and then we're gonna maintain. And then we're going to do it again, and we're going to keep cycling through that intermittent fasting and juice fasting. Maybe I'm going to teach her some ketogenic diet as well, but we're going to do this all safely. And I know she's in a great spot. I've tested her. I know her body can handle it. And so now it's just really exciting. And this is the same thing that I wish for you to be able to start to get weight loss. But you can't just wish for it. You've got to make changes happen. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. You want to lose weight and you're not, you have to do it different. Okay, so let's review those steps. And then I want to hear from you or ask me any questions. I'll be able to address that for a little bit. Okay, so change your relationship with food. Even if you love bread, once wheat and barley and rye and yeast come up on your food allergy list and you can't eat bread, you go through a little shock and you go, oh my God, I can't have bread. And then remember that woman that I told you about in the beginning who literally leaned across my desk and said, but Kelly, I love bread. And she said it with that kind of emotion. It took her 1-2 months. And then she's like, I'm like, do you remember when you said that to me? And she's like, I didn't say that. I'm like, no, you said that to me because I will never forget you leaning across my desk and telling me how much you love bread. She's like, really? She's like, I can't believe I even said that because I don't need it anymore and I don't even miss it. Wow. She didn't need willpower. She needed an allergy test to tell her she can't have that anymore. And once she broke the bond, she was all through it. She broke that love-hate connection because the bread was keeping her fat. Okay, so change the relationship. Food allergy testing can help you to do that. Eat real food is number 2. Number 3, if you do both of those and you're not, don't lose enough weight, we need to check your thyroid, your adrenals, and your hormones. One or maybe all of them might be having a problem. Once we support them, you'll be able to continue your weight loss. Number 4 is we got to get through a detox. And then number 5, we'll do other strategies specifically to help you continue to lose weight. Okay, so I hope that sounded fun and exciting to everyone. I'm going to look back at some of your comments. And so Tatum, you said, belly, I have 10 pounds to lose and it's all in that dang belly. So Tatum, you did a fantastic job in the beginning and retesting. So we need to figure out what else specifically you need to do. And maybe we need to jump at stage 5 for you because you've done all those other things already. So now we just need challenge that body intermittently so you're not causing too much stress to see if we can't get that belly to go away. Ooh, one other thing that just popped into my head. As we get older, as women, a lot of that belly weight, specifically below the belly button and, like a little bit of a pooch, if that pooch comes on suddenly and you have no idea where it came from, it's your adrenal gland. And we need to do more support for your adrenal gland, which also helps to balance your hormones, but it might be more of an adrenal problem as well, that you need a little bit more support there. Let's see, Natasha, I said your comment already. Sarah, what kind of allergy testing do you recommend? I told you that I use a company called Allotest. You can check out my food testing course. It'll tell you all about it. If you go to discoveryhealthlifestyle.com, click on the tab courses and you'll see the food testing course and it'll tell you everything you need to know and how to get tested. Miranda said, thank you for the food testing. She's eliminated all of her foods and's been doing great. And so anybody else, you got any questions, concerns, something else you'd like me to talk about as far as weight's concerned? I know I'm jumping around on different topics because I tend to go with the theme, what people are asking me the most of recently, or what most people are struggling with. And actually, I gave you that one woman's example at the end, and she's just doing amazing. And the other thing is some other people who are stuck at just going into, or they're stuck at stage 3 and they're impatient. They're like, but I want the weight loss now. I want it now. And they got to give their body a little bit more time to get accustomed to what's going on. We have to support it a little bit longer, and then the body will let us get it down. So please, the only thing I ask is stop doing those crazy fad diets. Don't do a 500 calorie diet. All you're doing is encouraging starvation, and your thyroid will shut down, your adrenals will shut down, and you will just destroy your hormones as well. It is not a good thing for your body. Don't starve your body. The real food, eat as much vegetables as you want. If you're hungry, eat more vegetables, okay? Always think that, oh, I'm hungry, what should I eat? Eat more vegetables. Eat a vegetable first, then you can have your other snack. But if you're eating the right foods, you can eat as much of them as you want. There is no reason to count calories unless you're eating sugary crap all the time. Okay? So stop doing those fad diets. Get on the bandwagon here. Eat some real food. Get your foods tested. Then we've got to get some other testing done if you need that. Then we got to get you through a detox. And then if you still need to lose more weight, well, we've got strategies for that too. So please check out drkellyfelmer.com as well as discoveryhealthlifestyle.com. I'm just finishing writing the article that's going to go with this video, so please check it out. Please share the videos. And I thank you so much for being here with me tonight. Make sure that you send me a message if you have a question or if you'd like me to talk about something specific. So you enjoy the rest of your night. Sleep well. We'll see you again soon.